Ever wondered what it takes to preserve the legacy of a music icon who reinvented himself a dozen times over? The VA's David Bowie Centre, launching on the 13th of September, offers a rare glimpse into the mind of a visionary who blurred genres, identities, and artistic boundaries. Located in the newly opened V&A East storehouse in Stratford, East London, this free ticketed archive houses 90,000 items, sketches, scribbles, costumes, and even a paint palette with dried-up brushes, believed to be the most comprehensive collection of Bowie's creative process ever assembled. But here's where it gets controversial. While the archive celebrates Bowie's genius, it also raises questions about how we define creativity in a world where artists increasingly work across disciplines. Could Bowie's refusal to be boxed in by a single role, musician, actor, designer, etc., be the blueprint for modern creatives? Let's dive in. Madeline Haddon, the lead curator, describes the archive as a living testament to Bowie's relentless experimentation. He treated every idea, no matter how small, as a thread in a larger tapestry, she explains. Among the standout pieces, a faded photo of Little Richard, whom Bowie credited as his musical awakening, and a paint palette that hints at his passion for visual arts. These aren't just relics, they're invitations to see how Bowie's creative worlds collided. And this is the part most people miss. The archive isn't just for hardcore fans. It's designed to spark curiosity in younger audiences, many of whom have never heard of him, but might recognize his influence in today's pop stars like Charli XCX or Janelle Monáe. The Centre's interactive Library of Connections installation maps Bowie's far-reaching impact, from 90s TV shows like Friends to modern music genres. But it also highlights what almost happened. You'll find notes for an unrealized musical based on Orwell's 1984, a project that never made it to the stage. Bowie's genius was in his ability to pivot, Haddon says. He wasn't afraid to abandon ideas or rework them for new formats. This ethos is central to the Centre's rotating displays, which will change every 6 months. The first guest-curated exhibit, by Nile Rodgers, and The Last Dinner Party, explores Bowie's ties to jungle and drum and bass, genres that today's Gen Z listeners might connect with more easily. But how do you make a 2013-era exhibition feel fresh in 2024? The V&A East storehouse isn't just a museum. It's a working archive and a hub for public engagement. Visitors can request to view specific items through the Order an Object service. And by 2026, every item will be digitized and available online. This democratizes access, but it also begs the question: should art institutions prioritize digital accessibility over physical experiences? And what about the funding? The archive was donated by the Blavatnik Family Foundation and Warner Music Group, a partnership that some might find ironic, given the foundation's ties to a billionaire with a polarizing reputation. Is it ethical to let private wealth shape cultural memory? We'd love to hear your take in the comments. The VA's strategy for engaging younger audiences is deliberate. They consulted teens from 4 London boroughs, many from underrepresented communities, to design exhibits that speak to their values. Bowie's legacy isn't about nostalgia, Haddon notes. It's about relevance. Today's youth see him as a multi-hyphenate creator, just like they want to be. Yet this approach isn't without risks. By framing Bowie through a modern lens, are we honoring his original vision or reshaping it to fit contemporary trends? The answer might lie in the next generation's interpretation of his work. In the end, the David Bowie Centre isn't just about preserving the past, it's about inspiring the future. As Haddon puts it, Bowie's story is a reminder that creativity has no limits. The challenge now is to let that spirit live on in ways he might never have imagined. So what do you think? Is Bowie's legacy best preserved in an archive, or should it be reimagined for new audiences? Share your thoughts below.